Today I'm going to do something different. So we're going to start from the hexagram 40, which is relief, thunder above rain. But we are going to ask the I Ching to help us explain this hexagram for us. Starting as usual by rooting into the present moment. Connecting to the surface below you, and then as you breathe in and out through your nose, your stomach expands and contracts with each breath out, in and out. Your spine rises towards the sky as you breathe in, crown point towards the sky, and as you breathe out, you relax, but you do not collapse. You remain rising towards the sky, but with each breath out, you connect more deeply to the surface below you, to Mother Earth below you. So you keep on breathing in and out through your nose. And you stay with your breath, and I will draw the hexagrams. So good morning. So what we're looking for today is a deeper understanding of hexagram 40. And please bring us some clarity. I will start with the hexagrams that I've just drawn, and then I will finish with the actual hexagram relief. So we've got 20 watching, following into 59 dispersing, with the underlying energy of 23 falling away. So watching does exactly, is guiding us to do exactly what the name says. It's to watch within ourselves, in particular watching ourselves, but also watching others. Watching others' response to ourselves, for example. So I do something, and then we watch and see what the response is, and then we learn from there. But then also watch ourselves and make sure that our any movement that we make or anything that we say or do comes from a sincere and truthful self, right? It comes from the intention of doing good. It is not egotistical or in any way, right? So we are being guided to watch, and watching is what we do during meditation. So it's also going within energy, this one. So becoming aware of everything that goes on within and without. So that's the main energy for watching. Dispersing is speaking about dispersing what is no longer required, or no longer in alignment with who we are. So it's speaking about dispersing the wind here. So we've got wind above, sun, and kan, water. So we've got the wind is dispersing waves of the water. So you're actually smoothing things out here. But it's dispersing this underlying energy of water here, kan, water, which is like it comes with the energy of fear, but also of courage on the other end. But it's like we've got this inner fear and doubt and all these kind of things that we don't trust ourselves, maybe, or we don't believe in ourselves for whatever was been going on in our life. It's so this dispersing, the wind without here is helping us to disperse this inner doubt whilst we are watching it. So in order to see this inner doubt, because many times we actually, rather than looking at something and then dealing with it and looking at it, is this actually true, or is this something that comes from my childhood or from previous relationships or previous experiences I've had? It's this, so when I feel fearful, if I have anxiety or whatever it is this something for the present moment here and now, right? Or is this something that is conditioned within me? So I respond or react, or I act, or emotions that arises are not true to the moment that I am now, here and now. The danger we might feel, it's no danger there. The danger is no longer here. It might have been from a previous relationship, right, that you were in, that you were unsafe, or it's in the childhood or something. But today you are safe, right? But you still have this doubt. You still have this fear, because it's conditioned within you. This is how you've been taught. How you taught yourself to behave this way because it was for your protection. But do you really need this protection anymore? Are you protecting yourself from something that no longer exists? Okay, and this is what watching is speaking about. Watching ourselves. Where does things come from? What are my intention? What is it that I want to do? And who am I? And that what I just said now was that sincere and truthful. So both watching and dispersing is talking about sincerity, and also speaking about spirituality as well. It's like here in watching is speaking about the king presenting offerings at the temple, like before. And this also comes back to the meditation, or how we go devotion and all these kind of things, and that all that comes from within. And when we are offering something to the world, it should be sincere. We shouldn't give, or if I give this, I will give something back. I will get something back. Like if we're trying to manifest something into our life and I do all these good things, so I'm expecting all these good things back, then the intention is wrong. So we need to watch that our intention is right as well. So it's highly spiritual, this as well as the dispersing as well. And it's speaking about sincerity and intention and being truthful. We've got this underlying energy of falling away, and falling away is it's the decay. It's speaking about decay, how things are decaying, things that are no longer truthful or no longer aligned with ourselves. So things are decaying, but it's also falling away is coupled, I don't know which word to use, with the hexagram after, which is coming back, I think it is called. Let me have a look at, no, sorry, I need to go back here and just find the word. Is returning. No, that's relief. Sorry, I'm waffling on here. So falling away and then coming back is returning back or creating again. So everything that falls away will start a new cycle. So speaking about new cycles and being allowed to allow things to decay and fall away and then get trapped in this. Right? Holding on to things that no longer serves. We so often do that. So it's like better the devil we know, and we tend to hold on to things that we know. But it might no longer be very good, which is also what Ching is speaking about. Make sure that we only hold on to things that we do need here in the present moment. Everything else we should be allowed to release. So I think what this is talking about, dispersing is scattering things. So it's like, it could become very scattered, you know, when you disperse things, it becomes very scattered. And that could be quite negative as well. But then we can sort of bring that back together. We could disperse things that we no longer want, but it's also could become... Actually, when you come, dispersing comes after joyful, and after we've been joyful, we relax and we forget to remain vigilant, right? Because we get, you know, because everything feels really safe and everything is working when we've had a period of great harmony and things are working out and stuff, and we relax and we stop watching. And then we might move into this dispersing as something that is becomes really scattered instead, because we stop remaining vigilant or being vigilant. Okay, so watching is something that we should bring with us through good times and bad times. You know, through good times, still remain vigilant. It doesn't mean that we're going to be tight and tense, you know, tense and going, oh, what's going to happen next? That's not it. But watch how we respond to things. Watch our words that comes out of our mouth. Watch the thoughts that are going on in our head, because the thoughts can be rather crazy many times, right? The monkey brain and all these kind of thoughts that we believe and stuff, to constantly watching that, even through the good times. So when we go through good times, it doesn't become, we sort of lose track of all this. And then allowing things to fall away. So we don't come back into the same, because we tend to repeat the same cycle, right? We do something that is not good for us. We go through some tough times, and then that is being relieved. We are releasing this, right? And then we go through, and then we're coming back into some harmony. But because what we know is this things that keeps us bringing us back to trouble again, so we end up in the cycle again, repeating the same mistakes until we can let it go. Like all this, because it's like old trauma is all things that we've learned that keeps us we keep reliving it in our present moment. And we should leave whatever is old behind, so we can remain present here and now and remain peaceful and harmonious at all times, no matter what happens. And that all comes from watching, always watching myself, watching how my actions are affecting others and other beings and the nature and anything around me, and seeing, okay, was this a good outcome or was this a bad outcome? So that's what I get from these hexagrams. So I'm just going to go and read 40, which is relief. Yes, actually, this comes up because relief is very strongly connected to hardship as well. So you got hardship on one end, and then you get relief from it. And then you come back to hardship and then relief. And this is the same cycle as we're going with here, falling away and returning, right? Coming back, falling away and releasing, and then coming back. And I think that this guidance here, watching, am I going back into my old habits again? So let me just read relief here. Yes, so this is very interesting. Hardship. So this gua is the inverse of preceding gua, hardship. After one's hardship is relieved, one tends to indulge in pleasure again and creates new hardship. Thus hardship or relief complement each other. And this is what we get here from the dispersing. Dispersing comes after joyful, the hexagram joyful. And when we are too joyful and we're going through a good time, right, we tend to relax too much. And then we don't see the trouble that is coming in. And when we relax too much and we stop watching and being attentive to what's going on, then we are going, it's so easy to fall back into old patterns again, and then we end up in hardship again. We're going back into the same cycle again. And relief is speaking, I think it's so beautiful because it's like, it's got thunder above water. And that's speaking about a thunderstorm, and it's like clouds gathering in the sky before a thunderstorm as it's coming in, and the pressure is coming on, and we can feel it right before a thunderstorm. And then we get this big outburst, a big thunderstorm, the lighting and all. It can be quite scary actually, many times if it's right above us. But then after it sort of travels past and continues on, and then we get relief, and there's like a clear sky, and the air is fresh and everything feels good again. And that's when we get relief again, and then we can relax and we can become joyful. However, if we stop watching ourselves, if we relax too much, we are going to slip into the same old pattern again and going back into hardship again. So we are being strongly guided here to watch, always watch, but not watch in a stressful way. Not like, oh, I'm so bad, so I have to watch myself. It's like, but constantly being on, I don't want to use the word alert, but attentive to who we are and how we respond to things, and how we are presenting things and how we are acting. And then also being attentive to how people and the environment around us is responding to whatever we are offering and presenting. And this way we can shift. Right, we can shift. We notice, okay, that didn't work out so well, so I can shift into and do it in a different way the next time. And then also when we're watching ourselves, we are noticing in the beginning as we're slipping in to our old ways again, like we can stop it at a much earlier stage, so we don't end up in this hardship and going through all this trouble again and then coming into this relief. So watch and meditate and remain vigilant, but in a peaceful way, in a loving, compassionate way, in a forgiving way. Not to judge. We're not judging. The watching is not about judging. It is just to see what is going on so we can change the course whenever we need to, sooner rather than later. So that's the reading for today. I hope it was a benefit, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day ahead.